Multiple rounds of severe weather is expected this weekend and into early next week across the Midwest. Multiple shortwave troughs will overspread portions of the upper Midwest, the Corn Belt, and the Great Lakes region this weekend and into early next week as well. That will allow for storms to initiate and for capping to likely break. But capping continues to be the main uncertainty right now to get severe weather events to actually materialize, at least in the afternoon hours rather than the overnight hours. So we're going to dive deep into the upper air pattern, the pattern that we'll be seeing this weekend and into early next week, more of the details, and then take a look at potential feature radar and some of the features that may put the most robust severe weather into certain areas of the Midwest. And also make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel because I will continue to make about 5 to as much as 7 videos per week, even into the winter time frame. And then I will go detailed into all of the long range forecast. I plan to release the first fall forecast next week or as soon as this weekend. And then the first winter forecast is only 3 months away from now, towards the Halloween time frame. Now, taking a look at the mid-level heights, which I show in almost every single video, we're looking at the embedded shortwave. A pretty strong shortwave trough will overspread the upper Midwest this Saturday time frame and into Sunday as well. Now, into Saturday, not many models has severe weather actually developing because of capping being in place on Saturday afternoon and evening time frame, but there's better agreement of thunderstorms happening to the overnight hours of Saturday. So at least some sort of weather at some point in the day of Saturday is expected, but probably into the overnight hours as the shortwave trough begins to actually overspread the warm sector. As this is by about sunset time frame, you're gonna have a greater forcing overspread portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin. And on the quadrant of this shortwave trough, you can get the thunderstorms to develop the northern side and maybe on the more southern side as well. A very similar setup to a couple of days ago. But again, Saturday looks pretty late into the day. It just happened. Now Sunday, we see another embedded shortwave, weaker, overspread the Corn Belt region, and we can get a complex of thunderstorms to likely move south, have a southeast moving, fast moving complex Sunday afternoon and evening time frame as you get south of the actual jet stream with this embedded shortwave moving to the Corn Belt like Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. And you can see this pretty clearly by about midday, early mid afternoon. You see the more stronger mid-level flow will be in place. Now looking at Monday, probably the strongest, most organized shortwave of this period coming up will begin to overspread the Great Lakes region because this is more of an actual trough instead of a shortwave trough, like an actual trough moving to the southern portions of Canada, north of the Great Lakes region. And when you have this belt of pretty strong mid-level flow over portions of the Midwest, I will show you a deep moisture in place, you can oftentimes get another damaging complex, long-lived complex through these areas. But it all depends on the timing of this trough on Monday. Models are struggling to show the timing of these features, these short waves over the Midwest, which it's hard knowing exactly where the severe weather will be each day and what days will likely have severe weather compared to maybe a capping day that may prevent from storms happening from Sunday through Monday time frame. It appears that Sunday has the highest confidence right now in a severe weather event to actually happen during the daytime, which means it could be a more robust severe weather event, I would say as well. But again, quite a bit of uncertainty remains with this as well. Very hot and humid conditions will move back in this weekend into early next week before another cold front moves through. Even though this heat wave will be short-lived, it will be I guess you can say, the hottest conditions of the year so far this weekend into early next week. By Saturday time frame, you see advancing deep low moisture up into the Midwest with dew points in the low to mid 70s expected by Saturday. And as you get into Sunday's time frame, you can see a more plume of moisture is expected over the Midwest, with dew points as high as 80 dew points in Nebraska area. But for weather on Sunday, it appears looking at the gradient and stuff, it would be over these areas on the edge of this gradient of higher dew points. For Sunday, I meant Sunday. Now Monday, it all depends on how the cold front will push south, but whatever happens, either way, there will be deep low level moisture in place as well, with dew points close to 80, if not 80 dew points by Monday afternoon and evening time frame ahead of this cold front that will begin to push south. So it all depends on Monday's cold front where this weather will actually be. It could be for the north, well, it could be for the south as well. Taking a look at the storm fuel, the for the storm fuel for thunderstorms for Saturday, you can see we begin to see a lot higher Cape values or storm fuel in place by Sunday evening time frame. You can see upwards of 3,000 4,000 joules by Saturday. But as we move to Sunday, a day that will likely have less capping in place, we can see moderate to strong storm fuel being in place Sunday afternoon, evening for most of the region. You can see very high or extreme storm fuel into Nebraska, but this will be capped down here. So even though this storm fuel is this high, there will be a cap in place for this time period. Now into Monday, you can see another day of extreme storm fuel will be in place south of the cold front from Monday afternoon and evening time frame with extreme, 5,000, 6,000 joules of Cape in this. Will likely be a pretty uncapped day as well on Monday. So this is another day. So Sunday and Monday, we have very high confidence in severe weather actually happening. Taking a look at the European model for thunderstorms for Saturday, it does have overnight severe weather Saturday, the portions of the upper Midwest. And then for Sunday, it also has complexes of thunderstorms for Sunday into the upper Midwest and dies down into the Corn Belt region. So a pretty wide area of thunderstorms Sunday and Sunday night. With these complexes can produce intense damaging wind that they usually do this time of year, so I'd not be surprised. And then for Monday, it has thunderstorms along the cold front from Michigan all the way down to Nebraska area. This mainly has Michigan. This model does, but I would not be surprised if there is severe weather into Iowa on Monday as well along the cold front. Taking a look at the GFS model for the same time frame, this is for Sunday. You can see severe weather at least happens in the Midwest, maybe complexes happening, whatever, for portions of the Midwest. Sunday and Sunday night time frame, with maybe a couple complexes as well. Now by Monday, this also GFS has severe weather similar areas from Monday afternoon and evening time frame into the Midwest, and then dive south again. So it more likely more complex weather than what this model is trying to show. Like this has more kind of discrete activity, you want to say, I guess. We'll still 4 days out, but I would really think that it'd be more of a complex because of the classic northwest flow that would be in place in the mid levels that I did show beforehand. Now for moisture, it's similar for Sunday time frame. You can see it's a little bit further east, but 72 points where there will be severe weather, and then again on Monday you have 72 points as well. So good amount of agreement on the ingredients coming together for severe weather, but there is some uncertainty on the timing of these short waves that are moving, because this is Monday. The GFS has a much later shortwave trough moving to the Midwest, which would allow severe weather to happen further north for Monday and then Tuesday. Because it's much slower, it would have severe weather as well for Tuesday into the region. But for Sunday, it has that first, even Saturday has that first strong shortwave trough overspreading. And again, Sunday as well appears to be in these areas in the southwest quadrant of the jet streak. So Saturday through Monday are the days to watch in the upcoming stretch of severe weather, and it'll be very hot and humid as well. Heat index values could push 115 degrees. There was good model agreement on that happening. Let's take a look at that quick before I wrap up this video. Taking a look at the temperatures. So taking a look at the heat index for next Monday, you can see 110 110 and 115 degree heat index values on the European model as well. So now looking at Sunday depends on what happens with severe weather, but you can see 105, 110 heat index again on Sunday as well. The GFS very similar. Heat index Sunday is high as 115 degrees. And next Monday, similar look as well with heat index values as high as 110 to 115 degrees in large areas. So very high heat coming out for a few days before we get some relief into next week, especially the further east you go.